So I got my gun together, and this is the gun that Wood on Glass recommended. You guys that have been following my restoration, you know I was fooling around with the Harbor Freight $9 gun. I call it the purple gun. And anyway, I'm not gonna go into that. But anyway, I ended up getting this gun, and I did get the trap from Harbor Freight. This is the gauge that came with it. If you guys are first-time painters like me, I was out here and I couldn't get more than 20 psi of air. And I was like, Scott, man, where's the knob at on the compressor? He came out and he showed me that you gotta pull that out in order to adjust it. And how you adjust it is you squeeze it to the right before right there, and you set it to your desired pressure. Wood on Glass at 40 psi, so that's what I got mine set at. I did take the cup, cause from my $9 for my purple gun, and I put it on here because it's to one, I didn't want to get my metal cup dirty, and two, it's got a thing, so you can, if you tilt it upside down, the paint won't fall out. Whereas this one, it's vented. I hope that that doesn't make a difference when I'm spraying. But oh, Scott's wife made some chicken soup. Oh man, with French bread. Oh gosh, man, on a rainy day, man, nothing like some homemade chicken soup. Anyway, I did the last go around of primer, and I'm about to wipe it all down. And when you mix 50-50 acetone and what's that stuff? Acetone and mineral spirits. When you mix it 50-50, it takes a lot longer for it to dry, for it to flash off. So what I'm gonna do is wipe everything down, and while I'm waiting for it to dry, oh, another thing I wanted to show you guys real quick. I went to a clutch place, the braking clutch place, and got these bolts to go in there to block that hydraulic line. It was like a buck or two for 4 of them. Okay, so back to the story. I'm gonna wipe everything down, and while it's drying, I'm gonna mix up, because it takes 30 minutes for my paint to kick with the hardener. So while I'm letting that cook, I'm gonna be letting this dry, and we're gonna paint these parts. Wish me luck. Here we go. Alright, so I had my niece is so cute, man. I had drew a picture, learn to paint here, and I had just drew myself on there. And then my niece came outside after the garage to visit, and she drew herself on there, and drew a heart, and drew herself, and drew us holding hands. Oh man, how cute is that? So I got my learn. This is Wood on Glass turned me on to this. This is my learn to paint before you paint cardboard. This is the piece I'm gonna learn on. This is my recipe right here. 2 cups paint, 2 tablespoons acetone, 1/4 cup reducer, 2 tablespoons of hardener. And you gotta let this cook for 30 minutes. You gotta keep stirring it. I'm gonna stir it like every 5 minutes. Give it a stir. I got a timer on my phone. I'm gonna do that. And then here's my tools of destruction. Magic Tractor Implement Paint, gloss black. Got the magic reducer and the magic hardener, and the handy dandy trusty acetone. This is straight acetone. This is 50-50 acetone mineral spirits. So I have no idea how I'm gonna mix this. Whether I'm gonna pour it out the gallon into this cup, or I'm gonna dip the cup in there. I don't know. So let me embarrass myself off camera, and I'll be back. Man, that's cute. Alright, this paint has been sitting a long time. I got it at, where did I get this from? I think it was Tractor Supply. They had a sale. I don't know if it was 20% off, or it was some big sale they had. And so I jumped on it and bought a whole bunch of paint. And I can tell that, whoa, a lot of it settled on the bottom. So I'm gonna mix, watch. See? A lot of everything's at the bottom. So I'm going to give this a good twirl. And I'll be back once I get it all mixed up. Alright, so what I did is I just dipped a whole cup. I probably should have got one of those pouring things you put on your bucket, on your gallon jug, to pour it out, but I forgot. So what I did is I just stuck the cold cup in there and poured it down to my one of these little cups I use for my resin. So now I think I'll strap on the head cam and put the reducer in, and the hardener and the acetone, and we'll let this cook, man, and get this party rolling.